with a big smile on her face. What a way to do it for the sponsor, starting up with a 1 bottle, 1 tip routine of plantation rum and into a pour. I definitely want to hear all the ladies in the building tonight for this one. Just over here making it look so easy right now with 2 tips of 1 bottle. Damn! Nothing like some Britney Spears to get you going when I find it's called Stalls. Are we entertained tonight or what? Absolutely killing the 1 bottle, 1 tin right now for everybody in the chorus. They look so smooth right now. You are headed into your 2 minutes remaining. Headed into that 2 minutes remaining. Breaking out that aviation gin. Come on, it's all about, come on.
Too bad you wasted your time coming here because you don't talk to your life.
We're just over here watching 3 tins and 1 bottle go.
Mistake was self-destructive.
Beautifully done. This is where she needs some energy from everybody in the building. 1 minute remaining. Finish up those cocktails. 1 minute remaining.
These records don't really come for free.
15.
Your paycheck don't mean that much to me. Just take my hand and hold
And as we approach the end, we're going into 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
This Monday on Cocktail Network Live, watch One Drink With. Candid conversations with bottle flipping, shaker spinning cocktail creators from around the world. From Las Vegas to New York, London to Japan, what happens behind bars gets shared here. starring Dean Serneels and Rob Husted. This week we share one drink with Olya Sabanina. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to One Drink With. My name is Dean Serneels. We have an absolutely fabulous show planned this Monday night, and we couldn't do it without my special guest, co-host, Rob Husted.
Oh, Dean, you make me feel like a rock star every time that introduction. Thank you, my friend. And again, this show couldn't be done with all what you do behind and in front of the camera at the same time.
Stop. That's why I'm not looking at the camera, because I'm looking down and I've got all these other things going on. So, really love how this show is evolving and growing together. For those of you just tuning in, I actually started this show with my co-producer, Allison, I don't know, during COVID. We were trying to figure it out in a basement in my old house, and we were just kind of playing with it like everybody was back in the day. And Rob and I got together beginning of this year and said, hey, let's make this show even bigger and better. And it has led to all kinds of other things that we're going to share with you later on during today's show, and to meeting one of my idols in the Instagram world, our guest today. So I don't want to go on about her just yet, so we'll talk later. But first of all, hi Rob, how are you, man?
Dean, pretty good. It's been a rough week in the middle of this transition of moving right now, slowly piecing together the studio.
It's
so
looking
hopefully by next
cool.
week we'll see some bigger changes, but we're getting there. So
This is Rob's new studio. It looks really awesome, man. I love it. You've got some FBA awards up there. It says, hi, Dean. Oh, I just saw that.
I figured every show I'll write something different on there to kind of make it like an ongoing joke.
That's pretty cool. I love it. I love it a lot. All right. Now, something we've been forgetting about is to ask anybody watching the show to please like and subscribe and share and all those things. We are working to build the community together. That's what Rob and I are doing right now. We're not trying to go on YouTube so that we can make tons of money from YouTube, because we all know that that's 400 million hours from now. We are here to grow the community. We're trying to bring great Flair bartenders and great bartenders on the show to talk about how the industry has influenced them and grown their careers, and we want to get more people involved in it. So that's why we're here. So please like, subscribe, share, and watch. Your views are very important. So when we talk to sponsors, we can't do this without your views. Rob?
Agreed. And with the sponsors' help, we can do more, bring the show on the road, do it from live events, and keep sponsoring these online cocktail competitions like Jenna Marmaduke won last week.
Absolutely. So every week or every month we want to have a cocktail competition so we can start sending sponsor money out into the world, start sending out to different bartenders and all the competitions. Rob has an awesome competition coming up. Rob, I'll let you tell everybody about that coming up at the end of September, and you have to be there. We're going to tell you why in a couple minutes as well.
Perfect. I agree. But Dean, this show is called One Drink With. Why don't you kick us off? Because I'm feeling a little thirsty.
That brings us to this. All right, One Drink With Mixology. That means I got to get my chair out of the way. It's Mixology, 1 Minute Mixology. Rob and I have 1 minute to make a drink. My drink is with new vodka, and that's all I'm telling you yet. Here we go, 1 Minute Mixology. The premise, of course, of One Drink With is to make a drink with my buddy Rob. I have some Blackberry Real. I'm thinking fall is just a couple of days away, and this has to be done with some Flair. Oh yeah! All right, a little bit of new vodka with some Blackberry Real. I'm going to stir that up to break down the sugars. Now I'm bringing in a grapefruit Hefeweizen. I like saying it with a bit of an accent. All right. Now I'll stir that just a little bit to get all that great blackberry flavor and the real blackberries mixed into the beer. All right. I got 2 seconds. It's going to be delicious. There it is.
Well done, buddy.
Hefeweizen. Nice.
Looking good there.
All right. Oh, it's moving over. Oh, it's so delicious. You know,
Looks tasty.
the Real and Finest Called go so great with these beers. And the grapefruit from the Hefeweizen just makes this a perfect fall cocktail. And of course, it works with all the Reals. You ready, mister?
I'm gonna have to be.
Set us up, man.
Cool. So I apologize in advance because like I said, I've been moving all week, so my arms are stiff. So I'm a little nervous about flaring, but we're gonna make this work one way or another. But this cocktail, right? This cocktail is called the Spice Tropical Itch. Now, the Tropical Itch was first introduced to me by Jeff Beach Bum Berry down at Miami Rum Congress, utilizing some great rums, some Real, and some other stuff you'll see. But I got to put our twist on this, which we unveiled at the Cocktail Art Challenge 3, and it was a big hit with everyone in the audience. So I'm like, why not share this recipe with our viewers today, Dean? So for the Tropical Itch, I'm going to start off with 1 ounce. What? Of Plantation Dark. Maybe just an ounce and a smidge more. And we're going to do 1 ounce each of Finest Call Single Press Lime, Plantation 3-Star White Rum, and then 1 ounce of Mango Real. So if you notice, everything's been equal parts, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce. And then for the spice aspect, we're going to use just a 1/4 ounce of tahini sauce. Most of you guys know tahini for the rim like on this, but we're actually going to make a sauce, which is amazing for adding just a little bit of spice, a little bit of depth and umami to a cocktail. I'm going to strain that right over our glass with ice, already pre-rimmed with the tahini salt, garnished with the lime wheel. Dean, Serneels.
The Tahini Dream right there.
Woo! That
Nice
was moving quick there.
Yeah.
Sure, buddy.
Congratulations. Good to you. Good to you, sir. Cheers. One drink with Rob and Dean. Delicioso. All right. So I promised that we were going to tell you guys a little bit about what Rob and I have cooking up again with the whole entire project to bring our community back together again. Rob and I have been working on that for many years together, probably 20 plus years kind of thing, keeping this whole thing rolling. We had great successes in the early 2000s with the great Flair Bartending rise. And because of Deborah Richards being on the show of One Drink With, Rob and I have gotten together with Deborah Richards and Patrick Wirtz. If you haven't heard already, we are making a documentary about the art of Flair bartending and bartending in general, the rise, fall, and resurgence of Flair bartending. Let me take you over to our screen here. Again, folks, please, we can't do any of this without you. We can't build a community on our own. We need the community support. We need you to jump in. Worst case scenario, you can't do it, you don't have the extra funds right now. We know time is tight. Drop your email into this website for us, shakenandstirredthemovie.com. All we need is your email to prove to distributors and future investors that we have an audience. And that way you'll also get first notice of what's going on out in the world. And you just got to join us, all right? That and watch our shows too. Then, if you do have a couple of bucks and you want to buy us a round of drinks or something worth the value of a round of drinks, go to Indiegogo. This is a crowdfunder for indie movies, small movies, and put in Shaken and Stirred. Oh, you got to spell stirred correctly, though. All right, Shaken and Stirred. Boom, boom. comes. There it is. There's a bunch of different options for different movies about shaken and stirred. The story of Flair bartending. There it is. All right. This is Shaken and Stirred, the story of.
Have you ever enjoyed something so much, something that you were so passionate about, that you couldn't wait to share it with the rest of the world? Well, with your help, that's what we're trying to do right now.
Flair Bartending has been around since the late 1800s, and at some point you've probably seen it yourself, whether it be on the big screen, while scrolling through social media, or at your favorite bar. My name is Rob Husted, and together with Dean Serneels, we have over 60 plus years tending bar, organizing events, and bartending competitions. As industry leaders through Cocktail Network Live, the United States Bartenders Guild, and the new Flair Bartenders Association, we're excited to announce a new project, a new team in mind, all with our ultimate goal to serve the world's bartending community.
Rob and I are also producers of Shaken and Stirred, a documentary that will showcase our dynamic and competitive art. The art and craft of creating amazing cocktails with Flair. Our producers and Emmy Award-winning director are legends in the bar industry, and our cast of storytellers are even cooler. Join us in telling the stories of those that grew the craft to $100,000 purses and the dramatic crash that almost wiped it all out. From watching the movie Cocktail to participating today, you can be part of the resurgence.
We want you to be part of helping tell this amazing story. Join us for a round of drinks on Indiegogo, get your name in the credits of our film, or earn a trip to Las Vegas for the premiere. Please click through and help us show the world our incredible family and tell our amazing story from our community's point of view.
And lastly, if you cannot help financially, please like, subscribe, and share this with your fellow bartenders and your groups. Our goal is to continue to strengthen our community. We're excited to see you at the premiere.
Even better, we can't wait to see you on stage.
There it is. There it is. So,
And a huge thank you to some of our big contributors. Just our past week alone, we're going to give a big shout out to our top 6 contributors. We have Randy McGuire, Anthony Hand, Zachary Lindsay, Tomoyo Yoshinaga, Zachary Moyes, and Cashborn.
nice. And I believe there's a Sean Brady shout out to put in there as well. Sean Brady from ABM, Finest Colin Real, one of our managers, made a big donation as well this week. I haven't got the update. We don't get the update until our next conversation with Deborah and Patrick. So there it is, guys. Please jump online. Go tip us $20, $25. Put in $100 or whatever you can afford. It all goes towards helping to grow this community and helping to tell the world that we're out there and that the band's back together again.
And barproducts.com has been a huge supporter of for Flair bartending competitions and cocktail competitions for a long time, at least for the Bar Wars comps. And in full transparency, if you need bar tools and Bar Products is your place to shop, if you can, go to cocktailnetworklive.com/shop and feel free to shop from there. It's all transparency. It's an affiliate link, so we do get a little kickback from there. But with those funds, help us generate and keep the lights on here in the Cocktail Network Live studio. Dean?
Absolutely, guys. This support that we've got with barproducts.com, that it's not money going into Rob and I's pocket. That's money going into Cocktail Network Live and all the projects that Rob and I are working on. Again, those projects are bartending competitions, be it cocktail events or live competitions, everything that we're doing and going into 2023, 4, 5, and 6 starts here. So if you're shopping at all for any bar products, check out the link either below in the description or at Cocktail Network Live. All right? Thank you very much, guys. Moving on, Mr. Rob, are you ready for our big guest?
I think so. We talked about the competition aspect. We'll talk about that more at the end of the show. But let's give them a little tease of something our guest did at our previous competition together back in June.
So big.
Oh my gosh, look at her butt. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Gentlemen, please put your hands together for Olya Sabanina. Olya, how are you?
Woohoo! Hi, I am fine. How are you guys?
We are doing absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. Super excited to have you on the show.
Amazing. Thank you for having me. So, let's start.
Yeah, Rob.
First question is, Olya, what are you drinking?
Actually, I prefer wine, but today I drink tea. I'm drinking tea because I still have COVID, and that's why. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I hope you're getting through that okay. You're at the end of it though, right?
Yeah, I'm recovering. So yeah, now it's perfect. So I'm almost finishing this.
It happened at a perfect time,
Awesome.
right?
Yes.
Good thing you do
good.
most
Yes,
of
sir.
your work in the studio at home.
So you'll be ready for Rob's comp coming up in September then.
Of course, I'm waiting for this because this type of event is pretty, I don't know, like difficult or how to say, because there are few rounds, like a blind Flair round and mixology round, and it's not typical for Flair competitions. That's why it's pretty interesting for me, and it's kind of challenge.
What do you see most as the biggest challenge? What's the biggest difference of these competitions versus a Flair competition, as you mentioned?
Yeah, actually, the biggest difference is, I think, maybe blind lists, because when you prepare to the typical Flair competition, you know your program, you know your cocktails, and it's pretty easy, you know everything, and you just should discipline yourself and make your routines every day, and then you can go to the stage and perform. But this time you have blind lists, so you don't know what happens there, and when you come to the stage you still don't know, and when you're on the stage only you know. That's pretty interesting because it's like kind of challenge here, as I said before.
Right, Rob, you wrote these rules, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's this competition is more intense and more involved than typical Flair competitions in the past. And I've said before, this competition is one of the hardest competitions that I organize because of all the different rounds and it being a blind round. But I can give everyone a hint, which we're going to talk about more at the meet and greet on Sunday, the day before the event. But look at past videos on YouTube, especially Dario's round, who's our guest next week, and watch what he did. But more importantly, yes, it's a blind round, but like this is when Ken Hall used to do the Working Flair round inside Legends, and when I compete, this is what this kind of based off of. It's still a blind Working Flair round, but I would have either routine 1 or routine 2, and sometimes routine 3 for the different aspects of it, depending what drink list I pulled. So it's almost like putting together a qualifying and a finals round routine together in the same sense of if I get this drink, I'm doing this routine with this cocktail. If I get this drink, I'm doing this routine with this cocktail. And if you're smart enough to look, you'll know your glassware ahead of time because one drinks a rocks, one drinks a tall, one drinks a coupe. So you can already set up your glassware. You can start structuring stuff of this isn't as hard as I think it is. There's certain factors that I already know.
Yeah, it looks much more like real work behind the bar, not like a performance, like real work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we were trying to get to, right, Rob? We're trying to get to, if you're doing Flair behind a bar, what would it look like so that we can show the world out there just how cool it can look behind a real bar.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
And go, Olya.
Sorry, like maybe my sound is a little bit late.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
What Dean said is exactly true. Is why we brought back this competition. Flair back in the day had a stigma, unfortunately, of stepping back from the bar and juggling like a monkey and making crap cocktails. And throughout the resurgence of Flair, when what the sponsors wanted and what our industry needed was making great cocktails again, and that's what we showed. And then now we're showing Flair isn't just putting on a showcase. Flair can be done behind the bar in a timely manner, making great cocktails in a real bar environment. So that's what this was. But enough about the competition. Let's move on to you. You have a great history in becoming a quick leader in our industry. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your bartending career, and what you're doing for work now.
Okay, so as you know, my name is Ola, and I'm 30 years old. And I started my Flair bartending career in Russia. It was almost 11 years ago, I suppose. Yes, 11 years ago, like such a long way. And my first 2 years, I was not like Flair bartender. I was mixologist, and I worked behind the bar without all of these tricks. But my colleague, he was a Flair bartender, and you know, I was so jealous all the time when I saw his tricks, and I was like, wow, one day I want to do the same. But you know, I didn't know female Flair bartenders. I didn't know like somebody who could teach me or something like that. And one day I asked him like, can you please teach me a few tricks or something like that? And he told me, yes, of course I can. But you know, he was a great Flair bartender and the worst teacher in the world.
Oh, man.
He couldn't teach me Flair. Yeah, I felt so clumsy. I felt like I could do nothing. And yes, that's why I was like, maybe it's pretty good idea to find some Flair bartending school and come there, you know. And yes, I was lucky. Like near my apartment, there was very nice Flair bartending school, League of Bartenders. And I decided why not, you know, like just 10 minutes by walk from my apartment. And yes, I had a course there, and after that I decided to stay there just to practice Flair. And my husband, he was a Flair instructor there, actually. So yeah, that's
So
funny.
that brings in a little piece of the puzzle. That's where you met Ivan, your husband, correct?
Yes, correct.
That's great. And you guys have done a bunch of
That's how
competitions.
it
He was in that
happened.
opening video, right?
Yes, he was there. So yes, that's how I started my Flair bartending career. And then from 2015, I started to participate in Flair competitions around the world. My first competition was in Moscow, and my second in Belarus, and then in China. And when I was in China, it was a really very big competition, like huge. And I saw all of the Flair stars like Alexander Shifanov, Tomik Malek, Marek Bulachtin, all of them I saw there. And I saw a lot of beautiful, very professional female Flair bartenders. And I was like, wow, I want to be the same, you know, I want to do the same. I want to be as cool as them. Yes, and that's why. So now I'm here. That's how it started.
Nice. And you just mentioned a bunch of past competition experience. Out of all your past competition experience, what's one of your favorite moments and why?
Oh, actually, my favorite moment was in London. It was a Roadhouse competition, like a legendary competition, you know. And it was final, Roadhouse final in November. And we've been on the stage with Ivan. It was tandem show. And it was the funny moment when he broke sugar bottle of my head. It was like a trick of the tandem, but nobody realized what happened, and everybody was like, what did you do like right now? It was so funny. Yeah, I like that moment, and we won that competition, and it was so, you know, a lot of emotions, so emotionally, and support of the crowd and people around me, my friends. I like that time. Yeah, it was the most amazing moment.
I had that video lined up as your intro video before I found the one that we used. And yeah, that bottle gets smashed, and all the broken bits of sugar bottle go into the DJ
Yes.
behind them, and he's freaking out.
Yes.
The video is pretty fun.
Yeah, poor DJ. My apologies.
Exciting. Very exciting. Now, Olya, you talked about going to that competition in Japan and having a lot of female Flair bartenders in Japan. That's something I don't know a whole lot about. Can you share that experience and the excitement of going there?
Yeah, actually, it was not in Japan. I've never been to Japan. It was in China.
China, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, that's okay. No worries. And first time I saw there a lot of beautiful, very nice, professional female Flair bartenders, and most of them were actually from Japan, as you said. And that moment, I've realized that female Flair bartending is real. We can do our best, and we can beat guys sometimes. I think maybe some of girls, they think that it's impossible, but I don't think so. I think it's all about discipline. It's all about maybe power, about your passion. And I don't know, Sylvia Daniela Strait, she's great. Or I don't know, a lot of Flair bartenders from Japan, all of them are great. I know one girl from Taiwan, and actually she's like one of the most professional Flair bartenders around the world. I mean, not from female Flair bartender, from Flair bartending at all. And if she didn't participate a lot in European competitions, because it's pretty hard to come from Taiwan to Europe. It's very expensive, and so it's a long way. But if she would like to come, I don't know, maybe in future, I think she will beat all of guys. Really,
right.
I'm sure.
There's no reason why not. Flair is not it's not about lifting the heaviest weights. There's no reason. It's more of a dance on the stage than anything. And I don't see any reason why women can't beat the best of the guys out there. There's nothing holding anybody back from competing. Why do you think that there's not as many female Flair bartenders in North America or even Europe as much as China?
Actually, for me, this is a secret. I don't know, because the Flair bartending was born in America. And now when I came to USA, I realized that there are not big community here, and not a lot of male Flair bartenders, and like few 3 or 4 female Flair bartenders. It's really like a little amount. And actually, I have no idea why it's happening. And I want to see more Flair bartenders, and especially female Flair bartenders in future, because I believe that female Flair bartenders can be really great.
Absolutely, I think the finesse that female bartenders bring to the stage is something that the guy bartenders can learn from. I think a lot of the guy bartenders are so fixated on big move after big move after big move that there's no finesse and smoothness of motion and celerity of motion that like you bring in the opening videos. Your presence on stage is absolutely stunning, and your control of the tools is second to none. I think it's amazing. And then you also have these huge big tricks, but you slide them in much more smooth than anybody else. I think it's great.
Thank you so much. Really, I appreciate that. But actually, I don't think that I'm like greatest Flair bartender. Absolutely not. And I know that my level is not so high, but I'm trying to put more, like more performance, more, I don't know, like more like dances move or something like
Right.
that to my performance, not only Flair. And I know a lot of Flair bartenders who are much more better than me, and I respect this. I respect that they practice a lot and train a lot, but my way is a little bit another way. I prefer to put more creativity to my performance, and I think it's not bad. You know, we are all different, and sometimes it's good to see really different performances and really different styles of Flair bartending.
I agree. Now, what Dean alluded to earlier, your videos stand out on social media tremendously from all the hard work and effort that you put together, and then Ivan helping out as well. It's great to see him sometimes pop in the videos, and his videos are amazing as well. But share with us some of the secrets to successful social media and showcasing having more fun behind the bar that you've learned.
Yeah, actually, there is not a secret, and I started to do this 2 years ago. Actually, I started my Instagram blog 5 years ago, but it started growing 2 years ago, in the beginning of COVID. And there is no secret, as I said before. First of all, you should be creative. Second, you should discipline this. I mean, like, you should post a lot of content. It's very, very important. Sometimes people think that, okay, I can post few videos, and if it's not popular, it's not for me. But it don't work like this. You should practice, like in Flair room. You know, when you are in Flair room, you practice like a lot of hours every day before to come to competition. All the same, if you want to be popular in social medias, you should make a lot of content, and that's why it's all about discipline. And I think that every person now has opportunity to build own brand, because we have a lot of social medias, and people really are interested in Flair bartending, in cocktails, because I
Right.
see a lot of comments about, oh, that's so nice, maybe you can teach me, or, oh, that's so nice cocktail, I would like to try it. So people are really interested. And sometimes I hear the opinion that Flair bartending is not popular anymore, that it's old-fashioned, but I don't think so. I see in social media that a lot of people, they like it, and they like it's attract their attention. So I think
Absolutely.
that everybody has opportunity.
Yeah, there's a new coming of age of Flair bartending. Rob and I talk about it a lot. It never really died. It just kind of got a little quiet. The mixologists came out and made their debut as the mixologist. But now that we all know how to make great drinks, performing behind the bar, especially post-COVID and with the industry right now, performing behind the bar, it's just the next easy step. It's the line of how it's supposed to have happened. The videos that you guys produce, can you give us a quick insight to how you produce such great stuff? I mean, your studio looks amazing. Like that purple and green and all those bottles. Where do you get the inspiration, and can you give us some insight on how to produce this amazing content that you guys produce all the time?
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, you can find everything on YouTube. So, this is professional shootings and professional editings, and it's kind of professional videographer work. So if you would like to start your blog with a good quality picture, first of all, you should go to YouTube, and you should find YouTube lessons like how to put professional light, how to edit, how to use editing professional programs, etc. So you should spend time, but then you can be like very nice. You can be very professional in it. That's why I told you that we started to do this in the beginning of COVID, because we had a lot of time. We had a lot of time to learning, for watching YouTube, for watching how to shoot the videos. Yeah, that's why.
That's great. You guys just do such an amazing job.
Thank
Rob?
you.
I totally agree. It's great seeing people that are passionate about this industry share and showcase this industry to new light and bring on new people to inspire them to get them involved. Like from watching some of your videos, I've heard people like, oh my God, I love them. They're amazing. And they haven't even met you yet. And they're inspired to start picking up their craft of bartending. And I've heard the same stories. They put a camera up and they start videotaping just to try to learn and try to get it better. So well done on that. And that kind of leads us to the next question is, with you and Ivan, like share with us how you guys seem to maintain this healthy relationship while you both got so much going on and putting so much out there in the world. How do you guys do it?
Actually, it's not so easy to be a couple and to make all this stuff together. And sometimes it's really tough for us. But we used to work together before. We had tandem together, and we know how to work with each other. That's why maybe for us it's also difficult now, So before we practice, we've been practicing together, and we had a tandem, and we had a lot of performances together, and now we make videos together. So just another kind of job, yeah. So maybe
Tell
that's
us
why
about some
we
of your
can
history
do
as
it.
a tandem couple together. You won Roadhouse. How else have you guys, as a couple, traveled around the world doing Flair bartending?
Actually, it was amazing. Um, I spent like 8 or 7 months in India. Then I back to Russia in 2016, and we decided to make tandem show just for fun with Ivan. And that was funny because we sold our tandem before it was done. It was so funny. We sold it for one event.
Sold it?
I mean, like we sold our performance for one event before it was done. So we had
awesome.
we had a show, but we sold it. It was so funny, and that's why and that's why we started to do this. And actually it was amazing because it was very creative, and our friends, choreographers, and friends from theaters, they helped us to make the show. That's why it's more like a performance. It's not like a typical Flair bartending show. It's more like performance with idea, with dances, with choreography. Yes, and it was all about creativity and art. And after that, Roadhouse, they decided to make tandem, like a tandem category. And we were like, wow, it's our chance, because we already have the show, tandem show, and we can just upgrade it, put more difficult moves, and go to the stage. It was amazing, and that's how we started it. And after that, yes, we traveled a lot around the world, and we like worked and performed on the competitions, and it was amazing. I like the time. I miss that time because because of COVID, all of this. Our industry suffered, and now there are not so many competitions.
Right, and it's coming back. I'm seeing them start to pop up around. You talked about your shows. I love the fact that you had an opportunity to sell your show to an event before you even went on stage with it, so you had that time to perfect it and get it together. Your storytelling, you and Ivan together, your storytelling while you're on stage, I really, really appreciate. It's something that pat myself on the back. I used to do back in the day when I used to do shows on stage, and I would really like to see more of that come back. Can you give us just a quick insight to how you kind of plan to tell a story on stage as opposed to just show off your cool moves?
Actually, first of all, you should create an idea. So you should understand what you like to show to the audience, and after that you can plan your after that you can plan your performance with music, and after that you can put your moves inside of the performance. So first of all is idea. After that you can make the blocks with music, and after that you can put the moves. So never start with moves, because
It doesn't start with moves. It's not about your
Yes.
cool moves. It's
Yes,
figure out your
yes.
story, figure out your music sections, and then put your moves in.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that a lot. We have this great documentary coming out. You're going to be at Rob's competition, so you're definitely going to be in the documentary. What do you see the success? Very successful documentary, goes out to the world. You know, our perfect world of it. How do you see it impacting the industry for bartenders as well as Flair with the success of a great documentary?
Actually, I think the documentary really will be great, and I'm waiting for this documentary, and I think that a lot of people will be interested to watch this documentary, because a new wave of Flair bartenders, they don't know the history of Flair bartending, they don't know
Right.
how it started, and it's very important to know your roots, and to know their fathers of Flair bartending. That's why I think it can be pretty popular. But anyway, I will share this documentary, so my audience in social medias, I hope, will see at least this documentary.
Well, we look forward to you leading the new generation of bartenders that do Flair bartenders, female bartenders, male bartenders alike. You are a great inspiration to everybody on stage, and I can't wait to see you being part of the forefront of that. So,
Thank you so much.
Agreed. And then last time you were at the competition, you actually, one of the many awards that you won was Best Female Top Competitor. One of our sponsors this time going into it, Calamity Gin, loved that aspect of it, and they're putting up extra money for the Calamity Jane Award. So if you don't know who Calamity Jane is, she was like this female Western cowgirl that was very empowering. So with that coming back, hopefully between you and some of the other female competitors, we'll have the chance to win the Calamity Jane Award. And good luck to you at the competition.
Thank you so much.
So
Dean?
quickly, Olya, Ivan, I know I have to speak to you both. What's next for you guys after this big competition in September? Any big things you've got planned that you can let us in on?
I hope I will start my YouTube channel. It's a big deal, so I'm not pretty sure about that. But previous few months, I had a lot of comments, a lot of messages like, where is your YouTube channel? And it's pretty
Right.
interesting for me. So I hope that maybe in few months I will do that. Yes.
Well, yeah, we are looking forward to seeing you in September. And again, we love watching your content on social media, Instagram and TikTok, and we can't wait to see your YouTube channel. And let us know when it's coming out. We'll definitely do some plugs here on One Drink With and Cocktail Network Live.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. And really, I'm waiting to see you in September in West Palm Beach. So good luck with your show. I think the idea of your show is amazing, and it was really fun and a great pleasure for me to be here to speak with you.
Awesome. And just we mentioned earlier, the competition coming up September 18th to the 21st. The important date is the 20th because that's the finals. And then as of today, Monday, tickets just went online live at Eventbrite.
Cool.
To purchase your tickets. It's free to get in, so open up to anybody in the room that wants to come. But if you want that close-up personal experience, $10 VIP tickets are there, as well as if you want to reserve a table and make it a group thing. But Dean and I will include the link in the show notes. And Dean, what else you got?
So it's only $10 for VIP, puts you in the front row, right?
Correct.
So, okay, peeps, let's take a look at this, peeps, all right? We have a professional film crew coming in who's been on location with Lorenzo and Lindsay and Colby, and we're shooting a professional documentary. That front row and the expressions in that front row are going to be ultra important for this documentary. You guys want to be in the documentary? You want to be part of it? You get in that front row. It's going to cost you $10. $10 and you're going to be in the documentary. You got to get out and see this event. If you can't participate in any other way, get your way to West Palm Beach. We've got some great guests coming down. We've got some great guest judges. A lot of great Flair heroes in the room. So get down to West Palm Beach and check out the Improv. Sit in the front row and be part of this show. It's going to be amazing.
Thanks, Dean. And then one thing again, we'll give you a little tease. I'm not going to get into it this episode, but get a chance to look at the rules and just look at Flairco Freestyle. I'll leave it at that.
Woo! The Flairco Freestyle round. Bottle flipping, shaker spinning, glass tossing. And maybe you could give us a little hint as to one of the judges who might be on our show next week.
Well, I usually don't announce all the judges until the day of because sometimes they change and I hate saying the wrong thing. But here he is. Mr. Dario Doimo, the gentleman that won this event the last time we ran it in 2017, the Bartender Shakedown, the first blind working Flair competition. And Dario Domo is coming out of retirement in a sorts with his new role with Patron Tequila as one of the major sponsors to come and judge not only Flair, but the Flairco Freestyle as well.
It's a great big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, get down there. You've heard all of our requests. I know we've asked a lot of everyone today. Get on Shaken and Stirred or the shakenandstirredthemovie.com. Put your email in. If you can afford to tip us $20 or $100 or whatever you want on our Indiegogo, great help and support so we can get more buy-in from the community, so we can get better distribution of this movie when it comes out. We need your support there. And come to Rob's event down in West Palm Beach. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and you will be able to get into our documentary. Rob, final thoughts. We're going to take us out with our next week's guest.
Dean, the final thoughts is we're going to get this down. I'm going to take this last sip, but leave just a drop left as I try to cheers you here. So let's cheers. I got to go this way.
Yeah.
There it is. Cheers, buddy.
The last sip on One Drink With. That's a new segment, by the way. The last sip on One Drink With. Right? We're always looking for segments. All right, guys. Our guest next week is this guy. Thanks for joining us. Thank you very much, Olya. She's just awesome. I can't wait for her to lead our next generation of bartenders up on stage. Guys or girls, it doesn't matter. We want you on stage. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dario Doimo, and thank you for watching Cocktail Network Live.
Chris Brown, set it up.
Feeling crazy. The moon is up. The night is easy. Let's get lost in the shadows. Somewhere we can go where no one else can find. Loosen up your body, baby, come undone. 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 Oh my, my, looking like a good time. Don't disguise the way you wanna love tonight. Oh my, hook you with a brand new high. Don't be shy. I just wanna